Hey everyone, Sean Savin Moo at your service. And wow, was that exciting this weekend with Charlie Woods?
So cool.
The talk of the town, man, the PNC father-son, or that's basically what it's called, but it's a major champion with a family member. And Charlie Woods, look out. We're going to show you, and we were more than pleasantly surprised. I mean, we knew it was going to be good, but we didn't know it was going to be that good.
It was so cute. And the fact that he was like smack talking with JT was just so funny. It was so cool to watch.
It was adorable. Even my wife was going, "Oh, he's so adorable." It just reminds all the moms on how, the sons imitate members of the family. So can't wait to show you this video. You guys are going to love it. There are so many awesome things to cover. We're going to cover 3 major ones, and we're going to show you why he's going to be a force to reckon with. But before we continue with Charlie Woods, we would just love for you to, get with us with our channel and subscribe.
Please leave a comment down below and give us a thumbs up.
Please hit the bell so you never miss the videos.
Hit that bell, baby. Sav, for so long in your videos, you've had some criticism on that grip of yours.
I sure have.
And already there are some teachers out there who are saying, he's a little young, he doesn't know any better yet, but he'll change that grip. Don't change your grip, Charlie.
Don't do it. If it's working, don't change it.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, his grip is really his secret sauce to allowing him to deliver into the pictures and the shots that he wants to hit.
And he hits it far. For his size and his age.
And consistent.
Yeah.
So that grip, so Sav, right out of the gate, show us your gorgeous grip. You watch Charlie, he's got 4 knuckles showing on that lead hand, and that trail hand is under the club. So this is a secret weapon. So many of you have been taught, I got to have that neutral grip with that square face because this looks a lot better, and no. Think carpenter. Sav, here's a hammer. Hold it with your normal grip as if you were hammering down, please. So you're hammering down on my thumb. Put both hands on the hammer, right? So hammer straight down. Now, hammer through. Oh, look at that. So notice as she gets into that position, how that trail shoulder is now lower than the lead shoulder. Yes, because we're getting ready to hammer in that direction. So when we talk to our students and we say, we want to get you behind the ball so you can move toward the target, when they start to tilt properly, they go, this feels really unnatural. I'm going, un momento. And then I go get the hammer and I show them how we're hammering down, and now we're going to hammer through. And they go, well, that feels natural. Then I snap a shot and they go, oh, that's what you mean. So you watch how, if you look in the split screen here, you watch how Charlie takes the club back. So Sav, take your setup at address here, as if you're going to deliver just to the left edge of that sign. So let me see you take a nice slow backswing. So notice how this is unchanged. All right, the club face looks very closed. Go to the top of the backswing. So look at that perfect mirror image of what you see Sav do, and look at how her wrists are hinging, and that club face is pointing straight up at the sky, like Dustin, and now like Charlie. And so go to the top and do that again. So now what I want you to do in slow motion is pretend you're going to throw the club to the left of that sign. Look at this, you guys. Look at how nice that club face delivery is right now. Look at the position of her trail elbow. This is the secret sauce. This is what allows Charlie, and if you look, we're going to do a nice side-by-side analysis with one of my favorites, Joaquin Niemann. You watch Joaquin Niemann, you watch Dustin Johnson, you watch Charlie Woods, and then you watch JT, and they are delivering deep into that picture. There is no make sure to hit the ball. They already know they're going to hit the ball solid. It's where do they want to place that ball. And you notice how Charlie was threading the needle between the bunkers?
Yeah.
Do you see how accurate that is?
Well, at one point, Tiger wasn't even hitting his tee shots.
Well, that's it.
It's okay, Dad, we're good.
That's it. Thumb, you're good. So come on, Dad, come on. You don't have to hit another shot.
So
I got this. So, and then you look at remember that big draw you had to hit around the tree? And so he's looking at that picture and he hits the shot, and then right after he hits the shot, he knew it was going to be good. Yeah. He runs around the tree and he's checking it out. Big high fives, had an easy eagle putt.
His first eagle.
That was so fun to watch. Yeah. So Sav's going to hit a couple of drivers for you. Forgive her, she's a little low on energy this morning. She had an MRI at 2:30 last night, right? And so she's running a little low on sleep. So let's see a nice little draw there, Sav. Awesome. Man, there is just no way that you could get that ball out there so far. Look at you, man. Like 276. So let's look at that carry you had there. So right on the kisser, 5 degrees up, 2200 spin, 5 degrees from the inside, 1.9 degrees face closed. So many of my students say, well, you know, I'm having a really hard time with my slice. And they go, well, my grip looks pretty good. My club face looks fine. And I'm going, well, let's look at this. Let's go to the top of the backswing. So they go to the top of the backswing, and the toe of the club is drooping toward the ground. And then I let them know that, well, that's you. There's Dustin Johnson and my daughter and Charlie Woods. And you're about 70 degrees more open than them. That's a 7-0, not 7 degrees, 70 degrees. That's massive, isn't it? That's the difference between you swinging at the ball or able to swing through the ball, and there's at least 30 yards difference between that. That's what allows you, watch Charlie coming through, that's what allows him to collect the ball from here and release the ball deep into that picture over there. And that's what Joaquin Niemann does so well. And he's got a very strong grip as well. So you're going to see a lot more of that. Thank you, Charlie. We really appreciate it, because this is what we've been, teaching our students, and they're looking for validation out there. And you got such a gorgeous swing. We really appreciate that kind of validation. It's really awesome. It's going to be great for the game. So thank you. So Munashe, dude, you also have a very strong grip. And that's, in the last 3 years that we've been working with you, it's been an element, like we said, it's a key element that allows you to keep delivering to your targets. And we talked about one of the things that we wanted to talk about. I'm going to use my, my microphone here for you.
Yeah.
You were just talking about this morning on how Kyle Berkshire was talking about his long drive
training,
and how it evolved.
Yeah, so from what I've learned from his channel, he talked about how he would focus on two elements of the swing.
Yep.
Which is club head speed and ball speed.
Club head speed and ball speed. Doesn't that look like what Charlie's doing now?
Yeah, it's getting close.
Right?
Yeah, so what he was doing with that was like, he focused to get the numbers as high as possible, swinging very fast, but then he said that as I swing this fast, my central nervous system eventually organized itself to be much more accurate. He wasn't worried about accuracy at the time. He was just worried about how he gets his central nervous system firing fast. Do
you know who else talked like that?
Who did?
Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah.
He says, and this is a really key, important tip for your kids. Mm-hmm. He says, show your kids to hit the ball as far as possible.
Yeah.
Then show them how to become more accurate. But the accuracy comes.
Yeah, exactly right.
So when we're trying to swing as far as possible, we're engaging the kinetic chain. Here's the second piece of what I want to show you with Charlie. Watch this slow motion in the downswing right now, and you can see Charlie really engaging his lower body. And that kinetic chain, what it engages, everything gets pulled through. And it gets pulled through with such authority that we need that strong grip and that closed club face, because the lag that you get out of that is unbelievable.
Right.
And that's one thing that you have amazingly in your swing.
I'm trying.
You got some deep lag.
It's evolving that way. It's really cool.
The only way to get deep lag is with a grip club relationship that's closed enough that's going to allow you to get to the target.
Right.
When you have that, it's a snowball effect. You get to go to the target far, throw it out there as far as you can. You get to engage your kinetic chain. And as you continue to do that, you get better at it.
That's right. Yeah.
And so that brings me to that study that they did. And there's a lot of amazing studies that they did in how we learn motor skills.
That's right.
So they took a dart team, split it in two. They said, team number one, focus only on the bullseye. Do bullseyes 1 hour a day for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
15% more precise, less spray,
yeah,
more bullseyes after 2 weeks.
That's right.
Team number two, make sure you do the same thing with your arm over and over again.
Yeah.
23% worse. So when you're dealing inside, so that what Tiger's been showing Charlie, I'm sure, is the same thing that what his dad used to show him, is how to hit shots.
Yeah.
He says, here, hit this shot, get really good at it, then come back and show me, right? And then here's Charlie hitting all these beautiful shots. I'm going to hit it right between those two bunkers. Boom, threads the needle. I'm going to hit it around that tree and onto the green. Boom, threads the needle.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing with you.
Yeah, just keep a simple task, you know.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, things start to materialize. So recently with Moo, we were doing, like when he was missing it, hitting 275 and slicing it, 2 fairways over.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden that turns into overnight, 320 carry.
Yeah.
Gorgeous draw, and you're routinely hitting it over 350 yards.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, your club head speed, because you're, instead of being tentative, you keep going toward the target, and now the authority shows up.
It's starting to like go right.
And now he's at 128, 129. He's going to bust through 130 miles an hour.
I feel it coming. That's the thing. It's like I can keep on swinging for days.
Right?
Yeah.
And he feels like, I got a lot more in the tank, actually. I'm going, whoa, that's a scary thought. Right?
Yeah.
So let's see you hit a couple shots.
Okay.
So you got 7-iron?
Yeah.
It's a blade 7-iron.
Yeah.
One of the new Callaway X forged. Gorgeous club.
Sweet looking club.
So you're hitting a little draw now?
Yeah.
All right. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Hit that pretty good?
I hit it pretty good, just didn't trap it enough.
Didn't trap it enough.
Yeah.
So
I hold on to the release just a little bit.
you felt that?
Yeah, I felt
So wasn't that cool?
Yeah.
So here's nice path from the inside, 1.8 down. It didn't, probably one of your things, but look at the carry. Your club head speed's the same with that as Sav with the driver.
Yeah.
So your carry on that was an easy 199. So 200 yards carry with the blade 7-iron.
Yeah.
So, and that's smooth.
That was smooth.
And when you're hitting him with my Epic Forged,
Yeah.
like I get to hit my 7-iron, 205 with the Epic Forged, but then he hits at 235. I'm going, okay. and just at the beginning of the season, I was still about 1 club head longer than you.
Yeah.
This season, you got 3 clubs longer.
Because I'm starting to like swing glow, like open up the swing a bit more. It just keeps evolving.
He's throwing darts.
Yeah.
So you're continuing to stay with your task.
That's right.
So you say, Sean, I'm having a little trouble. And then I remind you of your task and you go, oh, that's right, I forgot about that. Yeah. And then we keep going and all of a sudden now you're just leaping past me. You're just lapping me right now. Yeah. And so that's the same
Humbly
thing.
says,
and that's the same thing that's going to happen with Charlie and his dad. At one point, he's just going to start lapping him when he's 14, 15 years old, gets a little bit, more beefier. Yeah.
But it's so cool, like Charlie looks like he's so in his element.
He is.
He just looks like a natural born superstar. It's so cool. Just the way he carries himself on the course is like exactly like his dad.
Yeah.
And just the maturity level and like the fact that he can still like have fun and like throw some chirps over to people. And it's just like he's born for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I hope you guys enjoyed our little session with Charlie Woods. An exciting time. I hope we don't have to wait too long before we see him again in action with his dad. Mm-hmm. And we really appreciate Tiger and Charlie for bringing this to us. It was a real treat. And I hope it incites many of our future juniors to start up the game. Yeah. And create some excitement on their own. I know within our family here, there's a lot of excitement for golf. I'm sure you see the twinkle in our eye, and we just can't wait for the next chapter. So we'll see you in the next week. All the best.